Well, for passengers displaced by Saturday's Amtrak derailment, Montana's High Line might have felt like the middle of nowhere. But as they quickly found out, and as the rest of the world is starting to understand, sometimes the best people in the world come from the middle of nowhere. Inside the Bethel Lutheran Church in Joplin, Montana, important work is being done.
Sometimes we don't get a lot of quilting done, we just do a lot of visiting.
Yeah. This group of ladies meets every Tuesday, sharing stories and fellowship and quilting blankets, which they stockpile in the basement of the church.
Probably in a year, we go between 700 and we have had 1,000.
So we probably send out about 500 or better. They usually do 8 a day.
For what purpose? They don't always know. They just make them. But on Saturday night, as fate would have it, the quilts were needed more than ever when an Amtrak derailment stranded passengers in the middle of the High Line.
That would be so frightening to be all alone in a strange place.
Betty Woolery is the mother-in-law of Liberty County Sheriff Nick Erickson, and when she got the call that there was an emergency in town, she knew their work was needed.
So yeah, my daughter called. I was in Choteau and called about getting quilts because they needed some, and I said, absolutely. There's a whole pile sitting on a table downstairs. Just go get them. And we were so happy to be able to do that.
At the community center in Chester, the quilts were distributed to the passengers.
That's kind of fun to know that somebody's going to enjoy something that you did.
Well, it just gives you a good feeling, and you know, when you get older, you don't accomplish a whole lot, and this way you can accomplish something.
The quilters were one of many groups that came to the aid of passengers in need that night. Most were volunteers, some were strangers, but all of them were heroes.
I mean, this is Montana. This is neighbors helping neighbors, and you know, anybody will see somebody on the side of the road, and you know, a lot of people stop to help them, and it's great. And
I think we are God's hands and feet and heart. Wherever